This Friday, June 13th, Venus transits into Leo. This is time for the radiant heart to awaken. Jacqueline Kuhn here at JacquelineKuhn.com, powered by angels, to bring you the information on this beautiful transit of Venus and Leo that will be with us for approximately 4 weeks until July 9th. You know, this is the season where Venus, the planet of love, beauty, values, steps into expressive, fiery, scene-stealing Leo, right? It awakens our courage, our sensitivity, and our desire to be fully seen. Yeah, when Venus enters Leo, we are ready to take that stage. It's calling us to be seen in some very intimate ways. So let's get right at it. So the energy of Venus and Leo is, bold and passionate and heart forward. This transit invites us to shine and to express ourselves unapologetically. Yeah, exactly. We are heart-centered in our expression, and we don't apologize for how we feel or how we express ourselves or how we show up. It also calls us to reconnect with joy and play and creativity, and really honor what lights you up, right? And let your heart lead, right? This is a time to lead with your heart a little bit. Can get out of your head a little bit and lead with your heart. And it's going to be a little challenging because in a couple of weeks, Mercury is going to go retrograde, and Mercury is all about the head, and it's going to want us to revisit things. So you're going to probably be feeling a pull in a couple of weeks when this happens. So take advantage of this now. Um, this is going to feel very different than what we just came from out of Cancer. You know, when Venus is in Cancer, it's emotional, nurturing, protecting, right? Deeply internal. It wanted us to soften, to feel. In Leo, Venus is flipping that energy outward. It's wanting us to unleash our heart. It wants us to be expressive, self-celebratory. The real key things of Venus and Leo are around confidence and visibility and creative expression and romantic boldness, right? This is the time, if you haven't, told someone how you feel about them, do it, right? This is the time to do it. Um, and 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 whatever the reaction is the reaction, but own that emotion, own your feeling. And it's about self-honoring your choices, meaning taking accountability. Take accountability for those choices that you make. So Venus in Leo wants you to take your energy outward, where back when we were in Cancer, it was a lot of inward, right? Like keep it to yourself kind of emotion. Now, baby, it's time to express it. It's time to go, like I say, it's on stage kind of energy. Now, when thinking about soul purpose work around Venus and Leo, this is really about stepping into the version of you who no longer hides. Reclaim your radiance, allow yourself to be seen. You want to lead with authenticity. When you're expressing your truth, do it boldly, right? Do it boldly with confidence. Maybe take that deep breath and then express yourself, right? Because you can kind of own that energy. And one of the key themes that I love in this soul purpose work is honoring your desires without apology. Once you honor your desires, it may be different now than what it was 5, 6, 7, 10, even 2 months ago, right? And don't apologize for that. Yeah, things can change and you can change what you want and what you desire. So don't apologize for it. Don't say you're sorry for it because that's shrinking, right? That's shrinking and dimming again. So own that. And so the couple of journal prompts for this transit are: where are you ready to be seen, celebrated, and fully yourself? And where are you ready to shine? Right? Where are you ready? And if you're not ready, you really need to ask yourself why, because Venus in Leo is calling you to be ready. And it could be that you're not ready because some of these shadow and growth themes are getting in the way. And so when you look at Leo season in general, regardless of what planet moves into Leo, Leo season always asks us to look where we're dimming our light, where we're not allowing ourselves to shine, where we're holding back ourselves, whether it's due to fear of judgment or shrinking to stay safe or, old wounds around, oh, you're too much, right? So we may have shrunk in the past. Take a look at that, because if you're not ready to shine, maybe some of these shadow and growth themes are taking too much of your mind and heart, right? Because remember, your light is a blessing. It's not a burden. Your light is a blessing, and you want to treat it that way. You don't want to hide your light when the world needs to see it. When we look at our archangel support for this transit, we want to look at Archangel Raziel. Yes, he is the archangel for Leo, and specifically, he's all about creative expression and your soul gifts, right? He will activate that intuition, that inner knowingness that you need to reconcile with, to shine, right? To shine out there. And he will help you understand and reclaim, your soul's blueprint around this area. Jophiel is all about self-worth, right? Radiate self-worth and beauty, and be confident about being out there and expressing what you feel, taking that stage, right? And knowing you're going to do it as a beautiful, divine soul that God has created. And Archangel Michael, our protector, he really will help give you the courage you need, right? The courage you need to be visible. He will help you support that truth telling and help you dissolve any fears you have of being truly seen. So our archangels to work with this Leo, Venus and Leo energy are Raziel, Jophiel, and Michael. And I do have a prayer for each of them here, one long prayer for each, or you can just take out and go to the one on the bottom if you want like a daily devotional. Beloved archangels, Jophiel, Raziel, Michael, I welcome your presence as Venus moves into Leo and my heart steps into its season of radiance. Surround me with your light, your wisdom, and your courage as I rise into the fullest expression of who I am. Now I'm jumping down to the bottom to make this the shorter version of the prayer. Together, beloved archangels, guide me to lead with my heart, to shine without apology, and to honor the desires that are rising within me now. May this Venus and Leo season awaken my confidence, my joy, and my divine creative power. And so it is. So as you're doing your soul purpose work around stepping out and ready to shine, this invocation and prayer to these archangels can help bring them in, because remember, they will not be with us unless we ask them to join us. Before we close, I want to invite you to our workshop this month. I always say awareness is good, information is better, but when you have a plan, that's your best course of action. The end of the month, on Friday, June 25th, I'm conducting a purpose alignment workshop. This is going to be all about working with the retrogrades for a mid-year checkpoint. There are 3 retrogrades that are going to be happening in June and July. And retrograde season, I'm calling it the summer retrograde season, right? And retrograde season is the perfect time to do a mid-year checkpoint, to go back and revise, review what is going on. In this workshop, we will talk about how these retrogrades will impact your individual charts. So bring your chart to the workshop, and if you don't have one, I can create one for you for no charge. Scan the QR code to register. It's a name your price. So please don't let any price point or cost get in the way. For as low as $1 US, you can attend this 90-minute workshop. Just scan that QR code to register. As we close, I want to thank you so much for being with me in this Venus and Leo transit. This is your reminder that your heart was never meant to stay small. When you honor your joy, your creativity, and your truth, your soul purpose becomes unmistakably clear. Remember this. Join me on June 26th. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Enter any comments that you may have. I look at them all. I'll answer them all. And I come to you in gratitude with purpose and light. Until we meet again, goodbye for now.